everybody, and welcome to Hunter Drama on Toast, episode number 2. My name is Daniel Stoddart, and I'm the founder and CEO of Hunter Drama. Hi, Ali. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're all keeping really well. We had such great feedback about last week's show, our premiere Hunter Drama on Toast, that we decided to do it again this week. So we're going to make it a weekly thing for as long as people keep telling us that they're interested to see it. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We're doing really well in this lockdown. Australia leading the way. Hopefully we'll be following suit with New Zealand pretty soon. They've done really well. So so yeah, stay strong, everybody. We're doing well. Stay the course. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be having a bit of fun. Like last week, we're going to be talking to some students from Hunter Drama. We're going to talk to some of our familiar faces at Hunter Drama, and we've got a very special guest in the online green room waiting to come onto the show today. So awesome. What have we got to do today? James, my co-pilot, are you there in the green room? Hello.
I'm here, Daniel. How are you?
What have you got there?
I'm just eating some toast. Eating toast is actually a prerequisite for the job, so here we are.
What have you got? What have you got on it?
Just butter. I'm a pretty plain guy. Do you have your toast?
Yeah, I prepared something earlier.
Oh, hey Daniel, cheers. Nice, good. How's your what
sort of butter have you got?
Butter for you? I don't know what kind of butter I have. Just butter. Oh, very good. I don't have the proof. I don't know, mainland or something.
Well, butters. Do you like butter?
I do. The butter's good. I was going to say, if anyone has any suggestions on what we have on the toast next week, leave them in the comments. Best comment, we will. I guess we'll road test each week a suggestion. So leave your most disgusting suggestions, I guess. I'm nervous.
Butter's a good place to start.
Maybe let's start there.
You might have peanut butter or something. Cool. So, James, we'll find out a little bit more about what's happening at Hunter Drama a little bit later on. But what have you been doing? Hi, Carmen. Butter is better. What have you been doing this week since we spoke last?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll chat a little bit more about Hunter Drama going in our little segment later. But I've just been, we've all just been plugging away. We've got our workshop started up this week. I've been trying to keep myself busy. Obviously, really looking forward to this show coming up this week, and really glad that people responded to it so positively last week. So I'm happy to be back in the co-pilot's chair with toast this time. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I believe we've got Alison Van Gaal in the waiting room, ready to come on. Is she there? Alison, come in. Are you there?
Hello.
Alison. Oh, hey, Ali, how are you?
Hi, Dan. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. You're coming to us live from your home?
I am live from Kahaiba. That's where I am.
Kahaiba. Sunny Kahaiba.
Yeah.
I believe you've got something to share with us today to get the show, to get us pumping, to get us firing for the show.
That's right. I've been having a little think about some of these acting things I love to do with my classes. And a thing that's been on my mind to talk about is that often when we enter a creative space or a class after a crazy day at work or school, it's hard to unwind and get yourself centered into that space. This is a little activity that can help you basically get rid of all the files that are open in your brain and get your body ready to use as a vessel to create great art. So the first thing I'm going to do, just close your eyes and have some nice big breaths. That's the first thing. When you open your eyes, it's often great once you're in the performance space to start seeing the room like almost through the eyes of a child for the first time. What's the light doing? Is it filtering in through the curtains? Observe how many lights there are in a room. It's so important to heighten all our senses as performers and actors. Feel the texture of the carpet with your bare feet. What does it feel like? Maybe sit or stand in a really interesting place in the space where your body has never touched before. All these small things within the creative space really start to bring you into the moment. And I find this is really helpful for actors to leave behind their crazy day. And, you know, this is a thing we can try in everyday life, and especially at the moment. If you're feeling slightly overwhelmed with the craziness, or you just want to bring yourself back into your body, go outside, rip your shoes off, feel what the texture of the grass feels like, stand under a tree that you've never stood under before, and watch the beautiful dappled sun coming in, or the sound of a bird. Close your eyes and listen to the background noise. It's a really great way to center yourself as a human, and particularly as an artist. You know, just tap into your senses and realize that everything is new and beautiful once you can reach that moment of present as an actor and a human. So yeah, that's my tip for the day, to get into your body. And yeah.
And that's really useful as an actor, isn't it? And a lot of what you've just taken us through is something that we work on each week in our regular workshops, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a fact. We have to leave behind everything of the crazy day, and then our body becomes a vessel to create. And this is just a great way to, debrief and let yourself be part of this moment creating.
Amazing. Alison Van Gaal, or as we fondly call her at Hunter Drama, Ali VG. She's our head of drama at Hunter Drama, and we're really grateful you could join us today. Ali, would you like to come back on the show another few weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm bringing my peanut butter toast. Thanks, Dan.
There we go. All right, Alison Van Gaal, ladies and gentlemen. It's really awkward with the software when we're operating behind the scenes, or somebody might be midway through saying something and then we cut them off. So. Such great points from Ali. Great. Thanks, Hayley. All right. So what have we got coming up? We have another little segment where we invite one of the Hunter Drama students on the show. And it's a segment called So You Think You Can Act? And please welcome to So You Think You Can Act, Hunter Drama student, Charlie Murphy. Give him a round of applause.
Hi.
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. What have you been up to today?
Online learning and
Online learning.
school.
And I hear you learnt lots today at school.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, we've just started back classes at Hunter Drama this week, haven't we? Which class are you taking at Hunter Drama at the moment?
Broadway Kids.
Broadway Kids, cool. And who's your tutor for Broadway Kids?
Brooke.
Brooke, awesome. What do you like about Brooke?
She's always a nice person to hang out with and act with.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right. So, Charlie, we have approximately 500 people that come to Hunter Drama, students that come each week. So you're going to showcase everything great about Hunter Drama. So you've got 500 people watching, so there's no pressure, okay? But everybody wants you to be really, really good. So are you ready to play So You Think You Can Act?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Charlie, like last week, So You Think You Can Act is made up of 6 rounds. So I'm going to call out some things that I would like you to act, and then we would like you to, like all good actors, portray what I've asked in the most believable way possible. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Charlie Murphy with So You Think You Can Act. Round 1. The first round is, I would like you to cry as believably as you possibly can. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And action! Are you okay? Oh, sorry, I thought you were crying. It was just so believable. Awesome, that was round 1. All right, Charlie, round number 2 is I would like you to crack up laughing as believably as possible. Are you ready? And action! Good, well done. That's 2 points, Charlie. Round number 3, I would like you to act out what your reaction is going to be like when isolation is over. So that moment that the government says, right, you can now go outside and hug your friends. I want you to act as though that's about to happen. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. Very believable. Very good. Very good, Charlie. Okay. All right. That's the first 3 rounds. I'm going to get James Chapman back on. He's going to take us through the third 3 rounds. Aren't you, James?
Awesome. Hey, guys. Hey, Charlie. Well done for those first 3 rounds. You nailed it. So what we're going to do now, guys, Daniel's going to close his eyes, and I'm going to show you a piece of paper on the screen. And then he's going to turn back around. We're going to say action. Or Daniel's going to hide behind the curtain, rather. And then you have to act them out. And I don't know if Daniel mentioned this before. If you get all 3 of these rounds, plus the rounds you already won, you're going to get $20 off your term fees, I believe it is. Okay? So are you ready, Charlie?
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, get out. Hide for us. Get out of here. Okay, Charlie, this is the first one. Can you read this on screen?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, Charlie, good. Daniel, come back. All right, Charlie Murphy. Action.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
You are a ballet dancing monkey.
Yes.
Very specific.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, close enough. Good job. All right. Are you ready for the next one, Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Daniel's not cheating, is he? Okay, here we go. Stop looking. All right, where is it? There we go. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. Come on back, Daniel. All right, Charlie Murphy, action.
You're eating something out of a bowl. Is it cereal? Having breakfast?
Yeah.
You got it.
Hey, nice.
Well done.
Nice.
All right, Charlie Murphy, this is for the win. This is for the $20 off your turf fees. All right, here's the last one. Got it? Excellent. Okay, Daniel, back in for the last one.
Okay.
Ready, Charlie? Action.
Armahites.
He's a pirate.
Yes. Record time. Well done, Charlie. And good job, Daniel, as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can't give Charlie a round of applause so we can hear, but what we get you to do is to hit the like and the love and the laughing button so that we know that you're watching and loving. So, congratulations, Charlie. That's all 6 rounds. So you think you can act, you get the $20 off your term fees. So, congratulations. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in class, Charlie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
All right, that was Charlie Murphy in So You Think You Can Act. All right, our next segment, James. I'm super, super excited about this, but our next segment, we started last week with the wonderful Amy V. This is a segment which we like to call, What Have You Been Up To? And it gives me great pleasure to welcome someone very, very special to the show this week. He's a theatre role model. He's been involved in the Newcastle theatre community for a very, very long time. He grew up and cut his teeth at Young People's Theatre, and he has gone on to do wonderful, wonderful things in the Australian theatre community. He has been in Warhorse. Oh my goodness. He has worked with John Cleese, with Fawlty Towers, and he is currently a cast member in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Let's take a look.
Where the magic is real.
Flipendo! I never fought alone, you see. And I never will.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Please welcome to the segment, What Have You Been Up To? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. John Shearman. Woo! Hey, John.
Hey, how you going, Dan?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, well.
That's good. You're coming to us live from Melbourne, I believe.
Melbourne, yeah. Sunny.
What's the weather like? Sunny Melbourne. And where are you at the moment? Are you in your dining room?
Yeah, I'm in my living room at the moment.
Awesome. So, John, what sort of because in the show that you're involved in at the moment, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is actually, like every single other show in the world, has closed at the moment. There are no audience members able to see that wonderful show. So what sort of things have you been doing to, I guess, stay connected to your creativity, so you're not going stir crazy at home.
Well, a lot of it has to do with like knowing to go back into work is being able to hit the ground running again. So with the show itself, there's a lot of physicality and physical work. So trying to keep fit also helps mental health, and it helps being feeling cooped up at home. But also it's a really good time to like upskill. And I've been jumping on a few readings that the cast are doing. In the meantime, we do readings via like Zoom or Facebook, also voice lessons. Equity has a whole bunch of programs running at the moment, which you can do from home. So like screen test workshops. But I think the main thing, and it's the idea of taking that pressure off yourself that you really have to create or do something really important now, but taking the time to find it, I think is much more helpful and much more useful.
Yeah. Okay. So doing online courses, it's really, as you said, it's really important to keep your skills fresh and still be engaged with it. So what you mentioned some of the specific workshops that you've been doing with equity and things like that. What's been the most useful one of those workshops for you as an actor that's on the sideline at the moment?
Yeah, and look, I suppose it's really different at the moment too, because everything has to be done from the confines of your home. So I was involved in an equity workshop a few weeks ago where actors could submit screen tests to casting directors, and then you got feedback from that casting director on the test itself, what they would have liked to have seen done differently, how they think you could have approached it differently. And the whole idea is, well, casting directors aren't really working at the moment either. So it's a really good way of making those industry connections and working just to improve your skills, because there's always room for improvement. There's always something you could have done better. And when things eventually open up again, that is going to be important. You're going to need to be able to hit the ground running. There's no real time to warm up again, I don't think, when the industry reopens.
Yeah. And what are you looking forward to the most once things reopen and go back to some kind of normality? It won't happen all at once, obviously. It'll be staggered. But what is something that you can't wait to do?
I can't wait to go and have brunch somewhere. I live surrounded by all these amazing coffee shops and cafes, and it's really frustrating to go for a daily walk and see them all shuttered. I can't wait to go to the gym, and look, I just can't wait to see my friends again. Like friends at work. I live quite close to a few friends, and it's really hard just to talk with them via Zoom and not be able to go and sit and have a coffee or have a beer. Yeah.
Hug them. Yeah. So John, one of your career highlights, I believe, has been working on a show called Fawlty Towers with John Cleese.
Yeah.
When were you involved in that project?
So I was cast in that beginning of 2016, and started rehearsals. No, actually, I was cast in 2015, and we started rehearsals in May 2016. And it was the first time that script had been done. So John had adapted it for the stage, and the idea is it is eventually going to have a West End production, but they were trialing it somewhere with a smaller audience first. They could tweak it. So we started rehearsal process with one script. Then Act 2 was rewritten halfway through, and the show was kind of an experiment to see how Fawlty Towers could be brought to the stage.
Yeah. Cool. So you're, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, you're currently in the cast of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. What roles do you play in the show?
Yeah, so I'm a swing, which means I'm an onstage swing, so I have an ensemble plot myself, but I understudy 9 different roles in the show, and that includes the entire adult male ensemble. And basically, I can say I understudy Draco, Ron. I can't name some of the characters because it gives too much away. Those two I can name, and then the rest of the adult ensemble.
Yeah, cool. And I recently saw the show, and it is It is everything people say that it is. They say it's the most mind-blowing thing you'll ever see in your life. The magic and the spectacle and the way that they've refurbished the entire theatre. It's a really great experience, not just a show, I guess.
It's everything you kind of want in a theatrical experience. Like it kind of ticks all those boxes in terms of spectacle, story. I mean, at its heart, it's a really beautiful story about parents and children, and as you grow up, how that dynamic kind of changes. But it also, I've never worked on a show that's so stylistically concise, if you know what I mean. Like the production itself is, the directors and creatives have just such great vision. They knew exactly how they were crafting it. And that being said, though, they were also up for so much experimentation to begin with, to see how they could, well, essentially bring magic to life on stage in front of your eyes. Yeah.
It's incredible. Okay, John, thanks for joining us. One quick thing before we go. Every week, when I say every week, we've done it last week with Amy. We have a thing called the rapid fire final 5 questions, where I'm going to ask you 5 quick questions, and without thinking too hard and too deep about it, I just want you to fire back an answer really, really quickly. Are you
sure
for that?
Good to go.
Okay, all right. So question number 1, John Shearman from Harry Potter. Who is your favourite Avenger?
Ooh, Black Widow.
Oh, that was Amy's from last week. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a piece of advice you would give to your 15-year-old self?
Take your foot off the pedal and take the time to explore what you're working on. Don't make a decision before you go in. Okay, cool. What is the best thing you have ever seen on stage live, whether it's theatre or music or whatever? Best thing you've ever seen? I saw a production of Speed the Plow in New York in 2009 that had William H. Macy. I can't remember the actress's name now, but she's in The Handmaid's Tale now, the main actress in The Handmaid's Tale. Elizabeth Moss and Rollo Esparza, and it was just kind of mind-blowing to see that level of craft on stage. It's incredible. Okay. Most embarrassing moment? Question 4. Most embarrassing moment? Splitting my pants on stage. I've done that many times in many shows. Good. And question number 5, what colour is your favourite pair of undies? Yellow. Yellow, nice. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, John Shearman, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, John. It's been a pleasure chatting to you. We'll see you soon. Thanks, see you soon. Thanks, John. John Shearman, what a great guy. And if you haven't had the chance to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, it's not running currently, but when it does reopen, you really, anybody that holds theatre as something that's important to their life, you really need to get down and see it. It's fantastic. So, James, Mr. Chapman, moving on with the show. How are you going, James?
How you going?
Good. So, give us a quick update. What's been happening at Hunter Drama in between last Friday and now? What's news?
Well, the main thing is that our classes have all gone back, and it's been fantastic. I mean, I myself teach a few classes, and it's just been so wonderful to actually get to see everyone face to face. Well, not face to face, face to screen to face, and catch up with what everyone did in their holidays. The answer for most people is not much, because there's not much they could do. But nonetheless, it was really nice to see everyone. In the office, things are running as smoothly as we could hope. We're working really hard to get everything running. And one thing that we did want to talk about, we mentioned it last week, but we would be remiss to not mention it again. And that's the generosity of so many of our Hunter Drama family members. Last week, we mentioned that a couple people had made small donations, big donations. Some people had donated a whole term's worth of fees. And we can say now that I believe the number is 14. So there's 14 students now that have been able to come to Hunter Drama in term 2 that wouldn't have been able to come back if it weren't for the donations of those people. So I and Joe and Haley and you, we wanted to say to those people, thank you so much. It's unfathomable, that amount of generosity. It really blows my mind. And in these hard times, it's just really heartwarming to see that happening. So those students who are coming back, they're very grateful. We're all very grateful. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. It's so lovely that people during these really, really difficult times who who may even be suffering from financial hardship themselves, still donating so that other people that are less fortunate can still have a go.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really exciting. So, James, it's
Yes.
time for quote of the week. James, what's your quote of the week?
The music. It's really good, isn't it?
You got a quote of the week for us?
I do. Let me just pull it up on the little thing. I made a mistake last week. Damn it. Sorry. I don't know how this has happened, but somehow every week it's like it's another item from my shopping list. And yeah. Sorry, Daniel.
No, that's fine. It's the technology. We're all getting used to this kind of
It's just
news.
not professional. I'm really sorry. No, this is the actual quote. So it's the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. That's from my friend Mahatma Gandhi. What made me think of that was, again, the generosity that we've seen from so many of our families. And I think it rings really true, like in these hard times, committing yourself to the service of others, helping people out wherever you can. That's the best way to find out what kind of a person you are. So, yeah.
Great. Now, James, we've got one more special guest in our online green room.
We do indeed.
Who have we got?
We have Anaya. She's right here. Hey, Anaya.
Hey, Anaya, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, you are totally welcome. What have you been up to today? What did you do?
Not much, just online school and a singing lesson. So
How's the online school going for you?
I would rather be in actual school, but I guess it's okay for now.
Okay, cool. So what are you going to do for us today?
I'm going to sing a song called Opening Up from Waitress.
Okay, and what's for those people watching at home who have been living under a rock, what's Waitress?
It's about a girl who is a
musical,
waitress.
right?
Pardon?
It's a musical, right?
Yeah, it's a musical. Yeah, it's a musical about a girl who is a waitress in a small town, and she bakes the most amazing pies and puts all of her emotions into baking the pies. And the song Opening Up is set when they're introducing you to the cafe that she works in.
Yeah, okay. All right, Anaya, take it away.
The day starts like the rest we've seen, another carbon copy of an old routine. Days keep coming, one out, one in, they keep coming. I don't know what I wished I had, but there's no time now for thinking things like that. We got too much to do. All these same things, we're always opening up, letting the day end. Over a cup, we'll say, hello, how you been? Looking around, seeing the same things every day brings. Hello, how you been? Thank you, come again. Some things never change. I wouldn't call this place a happy end, but I've been around the block and just came back again. A small town like ours ain't much, but sometimes home is where you end up. Ordered up beside the table by me, everything in its place to tell me. I like the way most of the days look exactly the same. Check the clock, tick, tick, tock, don't stop, serve with a smile. Hurry up, fill the coffee cup, and then in a while, take a breath when you need to be reminded that with days like these, we can only do the best we can till we do it again. Opening up, letting the day end. Over a cup, we'll say hello, how you been? Looking around, seeing the same things every day brings. Hello, how you been? Thank you, call again. Some things never change.
Annie, everybody. Round of applause. And take a bow. You have to do the neck bow. Neck bow. Very good, very good. Thank you so much for that, Anaya. That was wonderful. We really, really pleased and excited that you could finish our show for today. Would you like to send everybody out?
Yeah, thanks for coming and watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Great. Thanks, Anaya. Bye, everybody.